Yo, what's going on, gamer folk? Your boy Mav-rik here, back with that daily dose. The show where I do my best to get to know you guys get to know me as well. I answer questions. Reach imav@gmail.com if you want to send me a question or a testimonial. Just let me know what the question is regarding in the subject line. Also follow your boy Twitter, Instagram. And yeah, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, man. Yeah, I think it's a mixture. I just started working back out the other day, and I think it's a mixture of that, needing to get a little bit more sleep, and cleaning up my eating. And it's always happens to me, man, when I start to get back on track with stuff. I don't know if it's my body working out all toxins or whatever, but it's like I get sick again. So I'm pushing through that today, but we're gonna go kind of fast today. Try and knock out the questions. Again, thank you for everyone answering questions of the day yesterday. That stuff means a lot. That's how I get to know you guys better. All right, first email. Let's dive on in. M. Jean, I don't see a name here, says, "Hey Mav, in one of the last videos you were talking about how you believe everything in your vids. Is that the complete truth? You don't have the slightest disagreements with the Bible?" I don't know. Okay, maybe you meant you were talking about how you believe everything in the Bible, because you said you believe everything. I don't believe everything. Actually, I don't believe most things that people tell me. But so that's what I'm assuming you meant there. But just in case you just think that I believe everything, I don't. Is that the complete truth? You don't have the slightest disagreements with the Bible. Now we're talking about the Bible. I'm not hating, just wondering, because there are a few things I scratch my head at, and I want to know if you do too. And thank you so much for the vids. And this is from M. Jean. No, I don't. I don't disagree with the Bible at all. Is there anything I scratch my head with? No. There's stuff that, and I've gone through that. I'm better. I've gotten better at it now. But I really had a period where the stuff in the Bible would bother me, and it would bother me because it would be telling me that I'm wrong. And so, well, first, to back that up, I do believe the Bible, everything in it, I believe is God's word, written by man, but 100% inspired by God. And I think there's evidence to believe that, right? Now, with that being said, I'd read the Bible, and it would be telling me that I was wrong in certain areas of my life, and I would work so hard to justify it and try and be like, does it really mean that, though? Does it mean this? And I'd be trying to look at different translations, and I'm going to the Greek and the Hebrew, and I'm trying to just flip the script and dip the chip so that I wasn't wrong in this situation. And that was my biggest issue, right? Because so many of us try to build a God. Like, you know how you go to the mall and you can build a bear, you can, put the stuffing in and put the heart in and then change the clothes and all the accessorizing. We do that with God a lot, right? We'll be reading the Bible and we're like, oh yeah, that's good, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. Oh wait, what? You don't want me to get drunk? Nah, I don't think it really means that. And then we rip that out. Like, nah. We're reading it. Oh yeah, Jesus. Oh, that's so good. Died for my sins. I love you. Oh my Lord, I love you. And then, no sex before I'm married? Nah. And then we rip that out, right? So and that's a big part of why I think we have so many denominations, is because we will get offended by certain things when it's telling us that we're wrong, and it's like, nah, I'm gonna just twist things a little bit so I can believe what I really want to believe and not what the truth is. And so like for me, it was really hard, and it was to come to grips that I was really deep in idolatry, and I just idolized money, and it wasn't like materialistic in the sense of me buying things. I never would buy things for myself, but it was just when it came to supporting my family, I was idolizing money. I was making that my God instead of putting my faith and my trust in God. And so I tried to justify that in so many different ways. It's like, but it also says a man should work hard, right? If a man doesn't work, he shouldn't eat. And I'm just doing all these things to justify it. But really, when I humbled myself and looked at it, so I guess that's something I was scratching my head at, right? I believed that it was right. I just didn't want to believe it, and I was trying to twist it to fit what I wanted it to say. And once I kind of humbled myself and read it for what it was, I was like, all right, I got to make changes. I gotta make changes. So yeah, to answer your question in short, no. I know I kind of rambled off of it a little bit, but no, I don't disagree with anything that's in the Bible. Good question, my man. Moving on, we got my brother Graham. Said, I was just wondering what your opinion on the afterlife is. I believe in heaven and hell. Good question. I'm trying to just keep these, like even that first one, I rambled a little bit, but I'm trying to stay precise on these questions because I'm about to hit 1,000 unread emails here, so trying to fly through these boys. Yo, I'm Mav. Love your videos. Keep up the hard work. My question is, how did you become an Eagles fan? Also, could you start linking your other channel in the description of your future videos because I can't seem to find it. Thanks, man. Hashtag G1GB always. I've been linking my second channel for months now, at least for all of Madden 15, probably longer. Go get a Madden 25, but the link to my other channel is, so this one is mav-rik with the 3, right? My second channel is you just remove the 3 and put an E there instead. So instead of 3, go E, and that'll take you to my other channel. How I became an Eagles fan. So I really got into following the NFL like on a hardcore level. Not hard, I'm still not even hardcore, but just really caring about it. I've always played it growing up, but I really started to follow it in like 6th, 7th grade. And one of my best friends, or a couple of my friends at the time, were Eagles fans. They were always talking about this and that. And so I just kind of adopted that because that's what my friends were doing then. And so it just stuck. As I got older and even lived in Arizona for a few years, I just had so much invested in following them and stuff. They just been my favorite team. Yeah, never lived in Philly, never even been to Philly. I've been to one Eagles game, and that was the other month in October. My wife and I went to the Eagles versus Cardinals game, but that's it. Some people think I'm from Philly. Nah, never been there. That's a goal. Probably won't happen this year. Next year, though, hopefully we can make a game in Philly. Good question. Looks like Josh was just answering a question of the day. My man Hamza said, what's up, Mav? Hope the fam is doing good. Loving these new videos. My question is, how has becoming a father changed you as a person? Wow. I would say a few different ways, man. It's definitely lit a fire under my butt. I've always been a motivated person. You know, even going back to me sharing with y'all how motivated I was to make it in D1 basketball. But, you know, a lot of people, and I'm not saying this is bad, a lot of people will be like, I'm not going to have kids until this. I got to graduate first. I got to get my money. I got to make more money first. I got to fix whatever, you know, they might have some personal issues. I got to fix that first. Then I'll have kids. And I think that's good. I think that's a very responsible thing to do, so I'm not knocking that. And I think some people that are having kids should have had that mindset because we got kids having kids, and it's like, you're dumb. Like, there should be like a license or some sort of test you got to take to even prove that you're psychologically or just you're mentally stable enough to have children. So I don't think that's bad at all. For me personally, though, I'm speaking personally, and people that might have similar you know, work ethics and mindsets and just approaches and philosophies of life as me. There's a lot of things I was trying to get right. I was trying to get right with my marketing, and we still hadn't blown up. When we decided, my first kid wasn't a surprise. We decided to have our first kid. There was a lot of things. Money wasn't popping. I was working part-time at a radio station. My wife was doing daycare. I mean, we definitely weren't poor by any means. We were pretty comfortable. We lived in income-based apartments, though. You know what I mean? So we weren't like, we weren't as comfortable as we are now, but we weren't poor, right? Don't know if I would have made that choice if we were poor, but still, there were certain things I wanted to at first get right before we had kids, and then it kind of got to my mind. It kind of hit my mind. I was like, I'm just using that to keep pushing it back, and if anything, it's gonna motivate me. So in the 9 months my wife was pregnant, that really lit a fire under me, and since I've had kids, it's almost like your option to fail is eliminated. It's like you can't fail because you got these little kids looking at you and the need that you gotta feed. And I feel that weight, right? With my wife being a stay-at-home mom, I got mouths I gotta feed, and so days when I'm tired, I don't feel like doing stuff. All I gotta do is hear my girls playing in the other room, and it's like, let's get to work. You know what I mean? So it's definitely lit a fire into me, even in my personal life, just to work on certain things because, my girls look at me as like daddy, right? It's just, and again, they don't understand it, right? They don't understand God and their priorities of keeping him number one yet because they're 3 and under. But daddy, like, they just hold me to such high. They just hold me up there so much, and I know they're always looking, and so that's that constant push and that motivation to always be bettering myself. So, and just as a side note, going on a rant, I'm 100% in support of plan A and no plan B. Again, for some people, some personality types, that doesn't fit for everybody. I think that plan Bs are very good for some people, but for those people that try to say everyone needs a plan B, I don't rock with that. Because if you have the personality and the drive that I have, plan B can just distract from plan A. And when you only have plan A and there's no plan B, C, D, you have no chance. You have no choice but to make plan A work. And so this is kind of a spin-off of like the kids thing. So, yeah, can't no one convince me otherwise. I mean, I've done it in my own life, so of course, but and some people will say, well, yeah, you're the minority, not the majority, and that's true. And I think people with my personality type, I mean, it's even been statistically proven that we're the minority, not the majority. So if you have that personality type, and you are just that go-getter, not someone that says they're a go-getter, or everyone likes to say they're an entrepreneur, stuff like that. If it's really you, I don't think there's anything wrong with having a plan A and a plan A only. Putting all your eggs in one basket. Because when all your eggs are on one basket, you're going to do everything you can to make sure not one of them eggs slip or crack or nothing. You are in it. And, yeah, so that's a side note. Good question, though. I always can tell a good question, man. They make me rant. That was, did I say that? That was from my man. Yo. That was from my man Hamza. Alright, thought I heard a knock on my door. Tony, looks like I can say your name. What up, Mav? This is not really a question. Well, then what is it? Oh, this is good to address, though. What up, Mav? This is from Tony. What up, Mav? This is not really a question, more so a statement. But I feel like you don't show your Twitch fam enough love. Like, I know the real money is made from YouTube, but what about us, bruh? With 3 question marks. I will continue to support you regardless, but it was just something I had on my mind. Hashtag G1GB. Good stuff, man. And let me first start by saying I like feedback like this. I can think at one point it used to piss me off because you're gonna see how I'm gonna answer this, but I do appreciate you expressing your thoughts and doing it in a very respectful way. And then I really do appreciate at the end you said you'll continue to support regardless. So that's a good supporter right there. I appreciate that, man. That's actually funny. I actually did a live stream yesterday, so check that out on my Let's Play channel. It should be in the description. That's the channel I was talking about with the E, not the 3. I did a wifey beatdown. I'll be posting that up in parts over on my Let's Play channel, and then also tonight I'll be doing another live stream with my man OG and some other people. We'll be doing a GTA 5 live stream, so check it out. But so any of you guys that like the interaction with myself and my wife, definitely go subscribe to the other channel. Wifey Beatdown, it was big. We had like 1,100 people in the stream at one point. Pretty big audience. It was a lot of fun. So now, first off, there's truth to what you're saying. I have been neglecting my Twitch fam or my people that love my live streams. What's the reason behind it, though, is where I appreciate this. There seemed to be some sort of understanding behind it. A lot of people just think it's easy running multiple YouTube channels. Well, first, I think people just think being a video game commentator on its own is simple because, hey, you're playing video games, right? And they'll think, hey, I play video games. I just put a video up of me playing a video game. They don't realize the time it takes into producing a quality video, right? Especially if it revolves editing, there might be 3 hours depending on what game you're playing and the editing necessary, but there could be hours that go into a 10-minute video, a 15-minute video. So you see a 10-minute video every day. First off, there's not too many people that produce daily content on YouTube. Now you go into the daily content, there's not too many people that produce multiple videos in one day. Because again, if it was that easy, a lot of people would do it. Now, I'm not saying there aren't, and I'm not saying there's people that don't produce more than I do. I'm just explaining something to you so you guys can understand what goes into stuff. That being said, there's not too many people that have a family that aren't just like youngsters with no wife or no kids that produce daily content. There's not too many people with a family, 3 kids that produce multiple videos in a day. There's not too many people with a family that produce multiple videos on a day on multiple channels. There's not too many people that do that and then still run a website on the side. And then so as you see, if you see the picture that I'm painting. So I've talked about this over the series, and you've actually probably answered this question has probably been answered as you got to know me over the series if you've been watching all these videos, Tony. And so what does it come down? And I will be honest, I like live streaming more than I like doing the YouTube videos. Live streaming is fun. I love interacting with y'all. If I'm in a bad mood or I'm having a crappy day, I gotta put it aside for a YouTube video. But if I'm having a crappy mood and a bad day on Twitch, I can stream and you guys literally, I'll initially put it aside to start, but you guys just interacting with you guys, talking with y'all, it just lifts my spirit. So I love live streaming more than I love doing YouTube. And you mentioned money in there, and that's a big factor in there, right? Especially if I'm full-time. But even more so, it's the reach, all right? Which goes back to why I even do YouTube. Because if it was for the money, I wouldn't even be doing YouTube. I'd be doing something else. But I can't neglect. YouTube is hands down a priority over Twitch for so many different reasons. The reach, like I said, the money, everything. So, I mean, we're getting to the point where we're about to hit 3 million views a month on YouTube. Twitch, I might stream for, like I said, well, actually, yesterday was a pretty big stream. We had, like I said, 11, I might hit 1,300 at one point. If you were at the stream, let me know. But we had around 1,000 people the whole time. For the most part, until I grow like into a huge streamer, I'm going to be streaming for roughly 1,000 to 300 people every stream. Those same 300 to 1,000 people. So in terms of, and it's the entrepreneur in me too, and just the marketing behind it, the chances to grow and build a brand and kick a message, I mean, YouTube compared to Twitch is night and day. And then so that's why I'm really doing YouTube, that has to be the priority, right? It's really hard to grow a Twitch channel if you're not live on Twitch. You can get new people, but you almost got to be live. They got to be searching for the game. You get big. Now, of course, I can grow my Twitch from doing YouTube, but that also explains that confirms the power of YouTube and why I should focus on it. Now, with YouTube, I can put a video out right now. This video, you could watch this while I'm making, or not while I'm making it, but you can watch it from now till next year. It's going to be there for you to find, for you to see, for you to grow, for you to learn, get to know me, and then just rock with my message, right? And so the more videos I have of that, the more, when I was trying to help you guys with building a YouTube channel, I told you it's like salesmen's. So I have like thousands of videos out there connecting with people all over the world, and we're getting this mav-rik movement going. So that's just a little bit on why YouTube is the priority, and for the most part will probably always be the priority. But then so with Twitch being so low on the priorities, it does fall to some of the other roles that I have. So you got you got spiritual Dion. You got Dion the Father. I almost said Dion the Son. I was about to like turn myself into Dion the, anyway, the Trinity. But I got all these different roles. So father, husband, church volunteer, you know. So with all the things that I gotta handle, Twitch just gets pushed to the bottom. Does it suck for me? Yes, because now let me go back. I don't want to say that I don't like YouTube though. I'm not saying that, but in a perfect world, I guess I would say that would be dope if I could reach the millions that I reach on Twitch, because there's no editing. It's just turn the camera on, do what I do, and bam. So I would say Twitch is more fun. I love interacting. That's why I got to do daily dose to interact with y'all on a deeper level. I almost just get that naturally with Twitch. So, but it hasn't been because I don't like it, or because I don't care. It's just me actually caring is focusing on the YouTube. And so as I clear my plate and I free up more time, the Twitch will come more and more. And I'm kind of getting to that level. Also to mention, you know, with me moving and being sick, and my wife having some health issues recently too, and me being sick this time. Before I was just sick too. And when I say sick and my wife's sick, two completely different types of sick. But so yeah, just with a lot of that, I was in Arizona for almost 3 weeks on a vacation that I still kind of worked through. So these last few months have been real crazy with a lot going on, and that's added to the Twitch falling down on the priorities. But it's not because I don't care. And I actually was talking to people yesterday. I'm committed, man. We trying to bring it back, trying to bring the Twitch streams back, because I miss my Twitch fam, man. I really do. Tony Epps, I'm curious to know, if you're watching this video, let me know in the chat what your Twitch username is. Let me know. Any more, or are we gonna stop? Let's stop there. I did a pretty long rant there, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. This is a good informational packed episode, right? We packed it on in there, and I still got a lot I gotta do today because I gotta get ready for my stream later tonight. Did OG hit me back? Sure didn't. It's a bum. So y'all be easy. Appreciate y'all rocking with your boy. Question of the day. What did we talk about? Talking about the Bible. We talked about streaming. Oh, this is be a good one for me to help get to know y'all. Let me know your age. All right. And then what are all the different roles that you currently play right now? What are all the different roles that you currently hold right now? Question of the day. What's your age and what are the roles that you currently hold right now? So what does that mean? So I'll answer it. Mine is father, YouTuber, husband, and no order, right? Streamer, church volunteer, entrepreneur. Man, if we can get technical, we could crank out a few more, but I'm gonna leave it there. So those are the different ones. Well, I guess we'll say Christian too. I'll say dedicated Christian because that's a definite commitment, right? You can even argue more than some of these other ones. If you just say you're a Christian and don't ever go to church and don't ever read your Bible, you would argue that, okay, that doesn't take much. But when you're really trying to grow, and that takes a lot. So what are your roles? And feel free to share in detail the different stuff that you do, how much time it takes up, whatever. So student, that's a role. You have a job, that's a role. You're a son, you're a father, you're whatever, anything that takes up your time, just let me know in the comment section. What are the roles you hold in life right now, and what is your age? Appreciate y'all rocking with your boy. Another daily dose in the books. Y'all be easy. Till next time. God first. God bless.